Hello, welcome to the Food Mixer Challenge. What we have is a typical stand mixer. This mixer, well named because it basically just stands there. You don't store it. It sits on the countertop taking up valuable space, but it does a good job. It's been around for many, many years, unchallenged I might add. So it's a well-established product. Let me show you something though that may interest you and certainly give you an opportunity to have a second choice. Built-in mixer, built-in. Same four quart size mixer as the typical stand mixer. But look what I'm doing. Lightweight, all stainless steel construction, mixer head and assembly, machine stainless food grade, and you also have the stainless bowl 4 quart and your mixer base. What drives it? 1,000 watts of power. Built into the countertop, like a garbage disposal, for example. Underneath the countertop, you have your powerful motor. This is 1,000 watts, a bit stronger than your 450 watt typical stand mixer. This is a glass cover, just slides over, it protects, it's tempered glass. It protects the control panel. And the control panel, 2 choices. Touch glass, all black touch glass control panel that 4 speeds and a pulse, timer for however long your mixer would you like it to operate, 2-minute mix, 5-minute mix, or whatever. Cover for the cavity that you would take your base, simple, lock it in, and the assembly, this is your standard mixer blade, is like this. Now, the mixer head stays stationary. Unlike your mixer head of your typical stand mixer, which does a figure 8, and you dare not put your hand or rubber spatula in there, but here you can, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a few minutes. This 1,000 watt power unit built in, it can be flush mounted to your countertop, just like you see here, and you've got your 3 blades, plus the Dova, excuse me, and your standard 3 blade attachments there. And of course you got your cover for anti-splash. Wouldn't it be great to have a built-in mixer that does everything as well as a typical stand mixer? And that's mix consistency, efficiency, and just does the job as good as. And I'm not saying better, but my tests have all shown it's as good as. And let's take a look at what we're talking about. Well, the proof's in the pudding though, right? Or in the cake, as you will, because we have a cake as part of the mixing test. We'll simply be running that test right now. Now, equal amounts of water in each of the 4 quart bowls, right? A little same amount of oil, vegetable oil, 1 egg, and we'll find 1 egg right here for that baby, and 1 egg for the boat anchor. Okay, here we go, and then Betty Crocker. Yeah, we'll put in Betty. Equal amount, one of the 1 bag full of the cake mix, right? Ta-da! But we'll run the other one in the same amount, same brand, everything, and equal amounts in both. Now we're going to test it for 30 seconds. We'll run it on a low speed, both of them at the same time. So check your watches. I'll check mine and bring this down. Right, lock it in place, and then we're going to go on low speed, like I said, so it shouldn't, just in case, we'll pop anti-splash and run this one at the same time, low speed. And we'll do a 30-second low speed mix, then we'll go to a medium speed mix, but the low speed mix will get everything wet, you know, and prepare for the stronger medium mix that they recommend after 30 seconds or so. Okay. And the preliminary mix is done. And here we go. Oops, turn it off. Okay. And we can see that everything is wet and ready to go for your medium stronger mix, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and begin that process, because you can see inside the bowl they're very similar. Now what we'll do is we'll go to a medium or number 2 speed, right? And we're going to give it a 2-minute mix, which is what they recommend. But I'm going to take the cover off now because there's no risk of splashing. And while this one's going, I'm going to be looking inside mine up close. And I notice there's some, as with all mixers, you will have excess coming on the walls. Well, I got a rubber spatula here, and look what I'm doing. I'm scraping it as it mixes, right? I'm able to get a good quality mix that just simply don't have to stop the machine to do this, do I? But with this one, I don't want to put a rubber spatula in there and make it tore up, right? You have to stop the machine. I can see the walls are coated with product. This one here is not. I can do a 1-egg mix with this. A 1-egg mix with the use of a simple rubber spatula before or after the blade, because the bowl is rotating one direction, the blade is the other direction, but the head stays stationary. You don't have it moving around in a figure 8. This brings the mix to the consumer. And you can scrape the centerpieces, and also you have your walls. And then what we're going to do is finish this up in 2 minutes. Scrape it beautiful. Again, good quality mix, as you can imagine. And like the 4 speeds, we're on number 2 now. You use number 3 speed maybe and 4 speeds for dough, bread dough, which you'll be using, of course, your dough hook on that. But after a couple of minutes, this one shuts down after 2 minutes. You can make it go for 10 minutes without shutting down because it has a timer. Well, this one here got a little extra time on it, but that's okay. But we're going to go ahead and open the puppy up and see what we got here. This one here is rather simple too. Take it off and pop the blade off. And as you can see, not any better, but the same. It's the same mix, same quality mix, same time to take the mix to a higher level, and certainly get a complete mixture done in 2.5 minutes, just like your famous stand mixer that once again just stands there, and I can see the stand mixer needs the walls. A lot of stuff on the walls on the inside, right? Need to scrape that puppy off. I better start it up again, but I won't waste your time and do that now. But I will just say this is a good test, and you can do this with bread dough or anything that you're mixing. Chiffon, of course, you got your different blades for that. So appreciate you watching this test and seeing for yourself that the product with 100% money back guarantee does the job, and it does it well. Your mixer, lightweight, easy to store, no more plugs to wrap. Your plug-in, no more cords to wrap around the motor, no more motors to worry about, and it certainly is easy to store anywhere in your cabinets, unlike the stand mixer that just stands there and like a boat anchor, if you will, that is unstorable, sits on your countertop. And this frees up so much countertop space, so it's built in for convenience, built in for a space saving, significant, as you can imagine, and built in for added value. You can justify the cost for it, this particular unit, maybe roughly $340, similar price, but the built-in multi-chef product is something that is priced right for value added. Your value of your kitchen goes up when you have a built-in. any built-in adds value. Cooktops, your built-in microwave oven, and this is going to be your built-in food processing station. But this is not the end of what we can do for you with this. This has this particular unit, this power unit, 1000 watts, it's got 2 drives. Your low speed, high torque drive for your mixer. That runs around 50 RPM. But there's a high speed drive in the center, a second drive that I'm turning right now. In fact, it's an all metal drive that runs not only the mixer, but 8 other appliances. 8 other popular appliances, like how about a blender? A simple glass blender, right? What we're running here, different speeds, 1, 2, and pulse, 19,000 RPM. So you got your blender running on that center drive. Got a stainless steel blender also with a juicer and soy milk maker insert that comes with the stainless blender. And you're certainly also running at 19,000 maximum RPM. And as we rotate the Lazy Susan here, this is 3-piece. I already put it together, but it's a simple pasta maker, meat grinder, and runs at different speeds. Of course, same 4 speeds. Depends on, you got a stuffer that pushes down the meat and the pasta. If you're making pasta, you got 3 different blades, stainless steel blades for your meat, and 5 different pasta making blades. So that just rotates off. Oh, a small one here, I didn't even see that. That's your knife sharpener, right? Real simple, 2-stage. Second one for honing the knife. Your spices grinder, coffee grinder every morning for coffee. Runs at same off the high speed. The low speed drive runs the mixer, the meat grinder, and this one here, the mini chopper. Little 3-cup mini chopper, right? For simple chopping meats, veggies mainly, right? And most people just hit the pulse button, right? And that's the mini chopper, but comes in 2 parts, like this. Locks in together. This looks familiar, doesn't it? Food processor runs off your high-speed gear with a gear ratio shutdown. We got 3 different disc blades. This looks like, yeah, French fry blade. You got a slicer and a dicer blade, and also have a chopper blade and a dough blade, plastic dough blade and chopper blade. But this here, running off your high speed, that's number 1. You don't want to go more than a 3-speed. Got your 3 different pushers, veggies, carrots, potatoes. You're all familiar with what a food processor can do for you. So each of these items, you got another one, and then of course the mixer is the 8th item, but we have all 7 here plus. So value added, significant value added, and when you put your glass cover back on, like this. You don't lose any countertop space with this. You can put your hot pots and pans on here or whatever, and certainly protects the control panel. This is the glass control panel under there. You also have a stainless steel control panel, all stainless steel with no. It's not touch, but the buttons simple. Just to press the button and you have the different speeds. Same number of speeds, same pulse, same timer. That's for stainless steel. And if there's a problem with you don't have space, a typical response would be, gee, I don't have enough space for that, okay, on your countertop. Or Harry, you're not going to cut a hole in my countertop. That may be an objection, okay. Another hole, you already got your sink and your cooktop, perhaps, but you certainly, the lady of the house may not want you to do another hole, so you have to have an answer for that, otherwise you won't get the sale, right? Anyway, here's an option. Number 1, simple conversion of a drawer, and you have your power unit installed, like on the top breadboard, if you will. And you see here, and you got your different speeds. Very convenient when you're done with your food processing job. You just close it, out of sight, out of mind. And then you have another thought. If there's no drawer space, and it's hard to convince the lady of the house because you want to have a hole in that countertop, because there's going to be a space open somewhere. You'll see, because the product is so universal and such a big convenience factor that and the added value, I might add, unlike other independent self-contained motor appliances, because you're eliminating 8 different motors. You're eliminating 8 motors. You never see another motor again on rotating appliances. You don't have to worry about wrapping a cord or anything else. So the convenience factor is significant, as you can imagine. But if you still have an objection, just take a look at this. This here looks like the size of a toaster, 10 pounds. That's your motor and everything. And that's the food. This is your power plant. In that outer housing, same power plant is here, because this, when you're ready, if ever, and that might take a few weeks of convincing, but or preparing for the opening to be cut by a contractor, you certainly could have it in this inexpensive outer housing that allows the motor to be installed quickly and easily. In less than 5 minutes, I can take it out and build it in. So that's just another thought and an idea to consider. And well, that's it. I hope you liked the presentation, and hope you consider purchasing a multi-chef. Thank you.